Hello, I'm your friend Dr. Yazama Damas. Today's topic or today's message I'm calling it How I Left My Wife. How I left my wife. So many times we want to work with our spouses, but at times we don't know how to handle the pressure or the challenges that come alongside the way. When I started working, it was 6 years down the road after I got married. I introduced my wife to my workplace or to my business, and she started working with me. But do you know what? 80 or 98% of the friends that I had, the clients I had, left me after having scandals or having issues with me through my wife. And I learned it the hard way not to mix marriage and business. And one time, as I was keeping on praying, the way they tell us to pray about everything, I was asking God, how will I solve this issue? How can I take her out of this picture so that she remains as my wife, not as my business associate? One time I got an accident. It was the second accident and it was terrible. But remember, we've been having issues all our way. So we went on even when I was sick, and until I asked my parents to take me home, at their home, so that I can get well. And when I was told I was taken at their home, my wife never called, and I never knew anything about my children, and that gave me a mental illness and wasn't getting better. So when I was a bit fair, I asked my mom to bring me back at my home, and I came back to my home, having it in my mind that these people wanted me to leave. My wife wanted me to leave my home so that she can remain there with the kids. But when I came back, things became worse. My best man and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, plus some other friends and neighbors, sat down and decided my wife to go, so that they discussed and they chose that we should separate from anywhere, non-divorcing. Literally, they know it took a full year for her to come back. And during that time, my in-laws wanted us to to divorce. But God is God. So all those didn't work out. And I thank God that my wife didn't take the bait that Satan had provided to her. But during that time when I was alone, I got to learn. And I went back to the single life. When I was single, I was alive. And when I got married, I'd lost the singleness. So I brought back the singleness in my life. And I channeled all my energy. I focused on things that matter at that time. I worked on this house. This house wasn't looking well. So I worked hard and finished it, made it well, beautiful. And also I wrote 6 books during that time. Later, my wife comes back when I've worked on myself and I've learned how to let things go. So when she wanted to work with me again, I'd opened up she wanted a barber salon where we stay, and she wanted to work with me. Later I told her things can't work out, and we closed even the salon. So she started looking for what to do. When she looked for what to do, I thank God. I prayed. I thank God that answered us. She got a job, and now she's doing well. She has now started chasing her own dreams, and I'm so happy. She has bought land and she's building, and I know she's going to do mighty things greater than that. But also it reminded me that it's okay to break rules. In the Bible, I see Jesus breaking rules. He healed the sick on the weekend. And he asked them, who of you, if your animal fell in a pit, you didn't remove it? And many things that he did, that he even stopped to guys who were going to stone this girl who was got in adultery. So we have to learn. Being married doesn't mean that you are less important. So I've learned Yazama Damas is bigger than this house where we stay. Yazama Damas is bigger than the businesses we have. Yazama Damas is bigger than the children we have. If I don't handle my life very well, I will die a very young man. So for the better of my wife and my children, I have to stay in peace very well. These days, even if she wants, these days at times she decides to sleep in the children's room, I don't bother her. I just leave her in her peace. So learn to let other things go. I know no longer enter in. Can you imagine? Most of our friends left us because of these stupid quarrels. And I see people here have problems. They are arguing. People here fight for property. The wife and the husband. I pray to God, they say they don't want to see that. If now I see my wife buying property, I'm happy. I'm like, yeah. She will not have time to fight for these things, these other things. Or me fighting for them. No. I've learned and I've started something new. These videos, this YouTube makes me happy. This channel, talking to you, and those guys who send me messages. By the way, if you don't understand me, you can send me a message, but don't write on my page, because I will delete that nonsense. That's why I always give you my phone number. If you don't understand anything, just contact me on +256 782 050270. That's my contact. We have a mentorship group. You can even join us. So we should learn to respect one another. I'm married but single. Before I had my own life, I had dreams, and now I still have them. My wife, before I found her, she had her dreams, and now I'm seeing she's chasing them, which is good. I'm happy for her. She comes back home when she's tired. She has a lot from work. And those I come when I'm tired. So we don't have time for quarreling, fighting. I say one, she says two. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. We are two different people. By then I got to realize I'm very terrible. And I didn't know that my wife was also very notorious. So when we are separate, we are very hard people. And when we are together, we blend. But I've learned to love my life. She has learned to love her life. Before, she used to ask me what to eat. But these days, she buys whatever she wants. She'll buy these clothes. She'll not wait for me. But I told her I can take care of her. I can take care of her. I have enough money to take care of my wife. But when someone does what they want, they do it even more better. Because now she does not need to wait for me to get her clothes. She does not need to wait for me to eat this. She has her money. She goes, she buys. She does not have to waste time waiting. Thank you so much. I remain your friend, Dr. Yazama Damas. Be blessed.